Shadow Gamers here, bringing you a Raid Shadow Legend video. Alright, this early part, normally I'd kind of skip the battle and take you right to the end, or I'd make sure that I was speed tuned enough to make it as short as possible. The main reason that I'm doing this video is to spotlight Criodan the Blue. I'll go over his kit in a minute. I want you to just watch his abilities here. He is, in this video here, it's all about control. So he is my control champion. Complete crowd control. So here we go. So basically, it's not, like I said, it's not about him being the biggest damage dealer. It's all about keeping complete control over the enemies that we're battling. And you'll see that they're constantly frozen. So once they get unfrozen, then he'll turn around, hit them again, and then after that he brings back the speed boost, which increases all the speed on my team. So make sure you watch to the end, because that's when I go over his kit. This run, the last ones I've had was between 3.5 and 4 minutes, so I know it's a little bit of a long spot there, but just make sure you watch, because his attacks are very consistent. Alright, so we're just about at the end here. A couple more hits and this one will be done. Alright, so Criodan basically made sure that everybody was frozen enough to make sure that Toondrang and Corvus could excuse me, just hit him with all the other debuffs that I needed, with the poisons, the HP burns. So let's hurry up and run in and we'll check them out here. Alright, so Criodan the blue. Sylvan Watchers with faction. You'll see that I don't have all of his artifacts maxed out. You'll also see that I've only have one that's ascended. So on his skills, I do have him booked. On his A1, Frostbark Blade attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 25% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. On his A2, Razor Hail attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 45% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. On his A3, places a 30% increased speed, which is the big version, on all allies for 2 turns. Also fills the turn meters of all allies by 15%. A little additional help to our team. And on his passive, Snow Dancer fills his champion's turn meter by 5% for each freeze debuff placed by this champion. So as you see that he's constantly doing the freeze, his turn meter's always going up with the mixture of this. I also have no blessings on him at this time. And believe it or not, this is all the masteries I got so far. Just a little bit of crit damage, crit rate, accuracy, a little bit more accuracy at this time. I'm working on this, so it'll take a little bit longer, but we'll have him maxed out. I'm going to go down the offensive tree, and I'll also be going down to where I end up with Maxter Hexer. I know it's not going to extend the freeze, but I'm trying to do it for the speed. Otherwise, I'll probably just keep going down and just try to keep making them faster with Spirit Haste. And the artifacts I have doesn't help anything in him anyway, so majority of it will probably just be in this area here. I'll decide on how I'm going to work it here shortly when I get to that point. But I am definitely going down. Probably going to pick up either War Master or Helm Smasher. Now for all your waves in the dungeons, if you got Criodan the blue, like I said, you see here his power is only 47,000 on his base, on all of his stats. I only have him right now at 34,000 HP, 2100 attack, 1900 defense. I have him at a nice 237 speed. He's only got an 82% crit rate at this time. Hopefully I can bump that up, or I'll use another champion to increase it to 100. He's got 186% for crit damage. He's got a decent resistance of 209. And then he's got accuracy of 224, which, like I said, is when I increase it, it'll kind of bring it up to about 250 or so. So he's good in waves. I'm going to try him in some of the harder levels and see how well he does, and if I got to tweak it a little bit. Like I said, I just got to bring his gear up, get the ascensions on him and everything, and we'll see how that all turns out before I turn around and use a little bit of different gear. So I'm using Perception, which gives him accuracy and speed, of course, and I'm also using Relentless to also get that extra turn. With him getting those extra turns, it also helps him, obviously, to increase the speed on the champions, use the freeze a lot more often, so it does help. I also use them in the arena. If I come up against some champions that just happen to be a little bit harder to hit or against me when we're in the arena, then I'll bring him in, because with the speed auras that I got, and plus with him at the speed he's got with it, when it's boosted, he takes off and he has complete control over in the arena as well. So that's going to be it today's video. Again, this was Criodan the blue. So if you have them, do make sure you use them, because it'll make your dungeon runs a little easier. Like I said, the champions I got, as you see, the time might take a little bit longer than you might catch on somebody else, the other content creators' videos. But again, all my champions are not maxed out that well. I got regular champion, you know, I got the same champions, but I just don't have that great gear. Even after 4 years of playing, I got the gear, I got what I have, and unlike you or anybody else, unfortunately, sometimes we just don't have that luck. Other times we have some decent gear that we can throw on some other champions, which I have done. Corvus, for example, is somebody that I got some great gear on, even though it is rare and epic. It's not legendary in any way, but as you've seen in this video, you've seen him land just about everything, and he has only got 211 for accuracy. I don't have too many battles with him that you'll see that he just does not land that stuff. So, anyway, this video is not about Corvus, it is about Criodan the Blue. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe. I'll keep making these videos. Happy raiding. We'll see you soon.